we tried to. Well, I tried to do a live stream earlier from this really cool car show I was at, and it got frozen midway.
I don't know if anybody can see us because right now it still says waiting.
It says waiting right now. We'll see. We were having troubles with the streaming earlier, so we'll see if it kicks in.
It just says I'm waiting.
Do you want to see if it's still waiting or not? The technology issues, I tell you. We don't know. If you can see us, write something so I know that you guys are there.
Oh, it's moving on mine.
Is it moving? Okay,
I
maybe we're okay. I don't know what's going on with the live streams today.
Yay! I see. Oh, hello everybody. I'm so happy to see you.
Man. It was the strangest thing. I was at a car show. I started to do a live stream there because I thought I'll take them along with my adventure that I'm on today. And we'll try and speak up because you're saying that somebody said the sound is low right now, unless your volume is down on your device. But anyway, I started a live stream and it said, sorry, could not connect. I went, oh, darn. And I got a message from Matthew, who's one of our moderators on here, and a friend of ours. He says, are you guys like waiting to do a scheduled feed? Because it's been up for like 12 hours now. And he sent me a screenshot that people were just chatting and kind of being like...
I moderated for a very brief moment and said hello, and then I had to get off. I didn't even stay for it. I had to make lunch.
Yeah, so I apologize. I don't know what happened there, but I couldn't go in to cancel it. And I'm doing this live feed now, hoping that that cancels the other one that was kind of in limbo.
Yeah, it wouldn't let us get rid of it.
Oh, there's Matthew there. Hey, Matthew. We're trying this live feed to, well, we're saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, we haven't talked to everybody in a while. And I saw Heather's on as well.
Yeah, and Heather's here too. I just talked to Heather today.
Oh, Hans is on.
Yeah.
And everybody else, Kim.
Hans
Chris.
called me today while I was at the car show, and he was cleaning something out or found in the trash like a Harley Davidson watch he was pretty excited about. So we're talking about that a little bit. So Hans had a good score today. Found himself a Harley Davidson wristwatch. They put a battery in that baby and start wearing it.
Yeah.
So, man, today was kind of an interesting day. Well, I guess yesterday we did the auction sale. It feels like such a blur this weekend already. I can't believe it's over.
Yeah, Monday tomorrow. You know what I need? Another weekend.
If you're gonna live to next week, then you'll have another weekend.
I mean, now.
Oh.
Right now.
Yeah, we kind of just worked through this weekend, I think.
Lady Buckingham said, what DNA test did you use?
I used 2 DNA tests. The first one I did was Ancestry DNA, and that was, congratulations, it's a girl.
Yeah.
And then that was where we found Heather, and then we did 23andMe. Just to Heather and I both did it afterwards, so we could confirm that we were siblings, which it did. Yeah. And then I think that's how we found Steve. So yeah, man, oh man. Ryan Bitzer says, was all giddy when you were showing and talking about your recent watches you've acquired. I was giddy too. The only trouble I got myself into with that video is that people were saying calling a Tudor or Rolex is like calling an Omega Timex or something like that. Or like they were saying, I know that even though Tudor watches have Rolex components on them, I know it's not a Rolex, obviously. But people,
internet, you've got your opinions.
The watch trolls are mean. Watch people are mean.
I mean, people love to express their expertise, but maybe not in the nicest ways sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of experts on here.
I'm aware they use components. Anyway, Tudor was sold as like a lower end part of the Rolex company. Anyway, boy, people sure got upset about that. But anyway, I'm aware that it's not an actual Rolex. So thank you for those people for pointing that out. Somebody says, are you 2 siblings or husband and wife?
Hopefully only husband and wife.
Wouldn't that be funny if we're like, we're both?
No,
that'd be terrible.
We for sure both took a DNA test.
But you know,
and we're not related.
it could have been though that you and I got married, and then my mom was single and your dad was single, and if they got married, that would have made us siblings and husband.
But not by blood.
Well, they didn't say by blood.
No, we're not siblings. We're good. That would be so.
That's probably happened before though, where like a couple like us gets married, and then the parents are single, and they're like, spend a lot of time together. Anyway, that would be a logistical nightmare. But we have a friend, we won't name names, but we have a friend who married somebody with the same last name. They're not related at all,
Yeah.
but Melissa teases.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm that friend.
Yeah.
If they have the same last name, they're not related at all.
But no, Melissa and I are not related. Could you?
You guys know who we're talking about. My friends watch.
So Ryan, who was asking about the watches, what was your favorite watch that I found? I don't know if you. Somebody said that exact scenario happened to me. Wow. See, complicated.
I do miss our old house. I was telling our aunt tonight, it's kind of felt like this has been our home for a while, like an extension of our other house. So it wasn't such a huge shock for me, at least, to move into this house. But I do miss our neighbors and our neighborhood. I really miss our walk that we would do around our neighborhood. I miss that. I could just get off my butt and go do that walk, but it's different.
We're still settling into our property, and until our grass starts to grow in, it's kind of like a mud pit all around the house. So it's not as inviting to just go for a casual walk
But
around.
it's our mud pit.
It's our yeah.
It's not that bad.
We're getting rain right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll help the grass come in.
We looked real life.
Yeah, real life.
You can see what it looks like in Alberta, Canada.
Our friend Jim is on. Jim is our blacksmith friend who built the gates for the shop. The shop. I have been thinking, we do have tenants that want to take over our old space, which is fine, and I'd like for it to be used by somebody sooner than later. But I was thinking, should we repaint the building? I'm feeling projecty, like I want to do something.
Oh, I'm sure that'll go over well with the internet.
What, painting the building? But see, this is why, because Jim's gates are so nice that you can't see them that well against the backdrop of all the busyness, all the colors of the store. Because our store is 3 colors. It's off-white, it's blue, and kind of that orangey brown color.
You guys know me, I like the blue. This is our 3rd house that's blue and white, so I like the color it is.
Oh, Josh is on right now. Josh says, dude, I got a good project for you, huh. That's my Josh impression. Ha.
What? I'm going to give him one for you, Josh.
What I like that Josh talks as though he has a cartoon Archie bubble over his head. No, I talk like I'm from an Archie comic, like, golly geez, Principal Weatherby, that's not very keen of you.
He said lol.
LOL. The cough is from
plague.
Might be. My goodness, this is the worst live stream ever. I'm coughing like crazy.
We have a ton of... Oh, I don't even have the cough. I have no allergies. Alexander has allergies. For everybody asking me about Alexander's black eye the other day, I promise you guys...
Oh, I have terrible allergies right now.
Alexander gets allergies, and not only that, the pollen is like it's crazy because we had the heat last year. Our trees are overproducing the pollen, the pine cones. It's crazy. So for somebody with allergies, it's a nightmare, but it's great for me. I don't have allergies. I don't notice it at all except for your coughing.
Yeah, so I had a reactant. I'm still having allergic reactions right now. Somebody asked if I got Josh the milling machine from the garage. I forgot I mentioned that. Was that one of my friends is trying to call right now? I'll call him back later. Is it frozen or are we good? All right, I think we're good.
I don't know.
So my allergies have been totally bad because of all the pollen, as Melissa says.
Yeah.
But that house didn't help. Where that safe was, I really wish I could have done a video on that house before it was cleared out, because it was as good as any, potter's house or a musician's house kind of place. It was a doctor's house, and it had so much cool stuff in it, but that wasn't in the cards. And sometimes I've come across houses like that have been hoarded, and I will never ever work on another house that's been hoarded like that while somebody else is still living in it or plans to live on it. Mm-hmm. It's just a bad scene, because if they haven't gone through therapy and they're not ready for it, they're going to come back and just fill it right back up again. Yeah. So I will probably do another house clear out at some point in my life, but I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to come along. I am still going on picks and I'm still buying things. You probably have seen that the videos are still coming, and I'm still going to people's houses and I'm still buying stuff. So like I said, with or without the store, I'm still doing the same job I was doing before, just selling it a different sort of way. Somebody
had asked if we were going to get a storage unit to sort, and the thing is that a lot of people do that, but the problem is that then you have this extra expense that you have to try to get out of your stuff. That's an extra cost now that you have to try to recoup from the cost of your items. So
Yeah.
it's easier for us to not do that.
No, I never want to have storage. I kind of do right now. When I did the live feed from the auction house the other day, you can see how much stuff I have sitting there. Not only do we have 2 auctions worth of stuff that's there. One of them it just ended yesterday, so they're going to start picking that and getting it. People are picking it up and paying for it and shipping it out. But then there's another auction coming up in July. So what we do is we typically buy stuff. I will do the video, I'll sort it. 95% of it goes to the auction. Probably 5% of it will go on either eBay or I'll sell privately. Somebody said it's very off sync. Maybe try refreshing the screen. Try refreshing your screen. I can't do anything at my end here.
Refresh. It's fine for me. But I refreshed mine, so
yeah, maybe you can.
It's just at the top of the screen, the little back button.
Daryl says, "Build your pole barn."
That was Daryl, isn't it?
Daryl Brown. It says Daryl Brown.
No, you're gonna have to let us know.
Yeah. I would like to build a little barn or something in the back area there, but we're gonna have to knock down a bunch of trees to do it. So.
Not in the yard.
I bought a wood chipper the other day though.
Yep, it's still in the box though.
Yeah.
Alan said everything is fine.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk for a second. I'm gonna drink.
Alex needs water. That's what Linda said. I'm not just saying because you're drinking water. Now you're gonna be burping and coughing.
It is. It's bubbly. It's carbonated water.
Generally, I don't like carbonated water, but this pineapple bubbly, I wish this was sponsored, but it's not. They're not paying me. It's just good.
Hans wants to know, are we going to get some sheep? No, I don't think we are.
No.
I thought that'd be pretty handy because they keep the lawn down nice, but then you occasionally have a sheep that's going to probably, I don't know.
I don't want to deal with sheep poop. The size of my dog, there's only little things I have to deal with.
Earl with the D. See, Durl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Durl. This whole time. I think I've seen him on, obviously here.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Heather says, should we get fainting goats?
Yeah.
No, I was joking before that I want the screaming goats.
Yeah, the screaming goat.
The
fainting ones are hilarious.
I'm going to get one screaming goat and one fainting goat and let them duke it out.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
That paints a funny image in my head. I'd like to get screaming. Our squirrels are enough noise for back there right now anyway. Yeah.
That's the dog.
Dave says he's Ave with the D.
I've been calling you Dab.
Hardy har har. No, so no goats, no sheep. We do plan on getting chickens at some point, which will be good because we have an ant problem in our backyard. It's very sandy soil around here, and the ants are just loving it.
Yeah.
It's like our backyard is a McDonald's for ants. They're loving it. So we are gonna try and get chickens, and apparently chickens will help keep the ants down.
I think fainting goats. I would laugh so much, but I'd feel so bad for laughing. But I mean, it's pretty funny if you YouTube those fainting goats. Not right now, because you guys are here.
I'm gonna go grab my favorite watch that came out of that collection to show people. I showed it on the live stream from yesterday, but not everybody caught that.
Dave said he loves ants.
Yeah, he says ants are gross. Give me 1 sec. Look,
how's your garden and lawn growing? Well, our lawn looks like horrible hair transplants gone wrong, but that's how it always turns out, and then it all turns out well. The garden right now, it's a little sad. Not as sad as the amount of videos I managed to get out, but I mean, we got some peas started, some beans started. You know what happened is when we put all of that soil into the garden boxes, when it rained on it, I didn't anticipate for it to sink down in only some spots. So there's peas that have obviously all flowed to the one point and all came up in a group. So that happened.
There's more watches here than I thought.
Right. Alexander said there's more watches there.
Yeah, it's taking me a minute to collect them.
They're saying, D Hunter said, oh, heat is sweltering. Not here. It's cool here. Okay?
Yeah. It's bad when somebody says, what's your favorite watch? And I come out with like an armful of them.
They said singular. Is that the moon behind her? Is that me? No, that's the...
Alien spaceship.
Yeah.
Aliens.
We have a whole bunch of lights. They reflect in the window. They reflect in the TV too, and they make little rainbow X's, which is super distracting. So now you guys know that part of my house you didn't need to know. If you take ants from one colony and dump them on another colony, they will fight and eliminate each other. Our yard is one anthill, so
We could try that, I guess.
I don't
It
know,
seems a
though.
little vicious.
either way, I don't know how they wouldn't have been fighting already. Maybe they are.
Oh, I have a mess. Ryan, this is for you. I've created this mess on my table. I'm gonna make it look
blaming
fancy.
Ryan. Poor Ryan.
I am. I am blaming Ryan.
Have my little preschoolers graduated yet? Renee asked. We have. I think my last day is on the 23rd, and that's our graduation. Actually, I guess I'll have to do it on the 21st because my 4s are all on the 21st. So I'm almost done for the summer. Yay! I think everybody is just, there comes a point where everybody's just ready for summer and we just want a break. I'm at that point.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, these are not fire ants. I agree, Irene.
I'm taking you guys on a field trip. I'm gonna flip this around. This is where we go to watch talk for a second.
Watch talk.
Okay, this is the batch.
Yay!
This is the batch of watches that I kept aside because I was emotionally invested in them. Well, AKA the ones I will probably sell last. We have a ball train master, and it is in working condition. Nice ball is nice, just a regular high-end piece. I had to get straps for a lot of these, so when you saw them in the video, if you saw that video, I didn't have straps on some. There's an Omega Seamaster with a stainless steel bracelet. This is a solar watch, but it has a Rolex case and a nice movement. Tudor, which is also Rolex case and crown in a oyster case. This is the solar with a really nice Swiss movement. It's a moon phase triple date. Oh, that's a Hamilton, but actually that one didn't come out of that collection that I got. But what's neat about this, hang on. What's neat about this Hamilton, it actually came from one of you viewers at home. I bought it off of a lady. It was her dad's watch. I'm doing the buckle right now. It was given to her dad as a presentation piece. I don't know if you can read that, from the Ford Motor Company. It was an anniversary watch, so it's solid gold. I still have it. She's probably wondering if I kept it or not, but yes, I still have it. So it was a special solid gold case Hamilton watch given to a fellow from Ford Motor Company for service. Really, really neat piece. The other watches that I got, though, there's the Tudor with the black dial, another Omega Seamaster, the Bulova Devil Diver, and they call it the Devil Diver because it says it's good to 666 feet, so they call it the Devil Snorkel. The Bulova Accutron Astronaut Mark II, again working. And this is probably my favorite out of that whole pile. It's a automatic chronograph bullhead from Bulova, and it's new old stock, meaning it's never actually been worn or used. It still has the original price tag on it, sticker on the back. It's in pristine condition, and it's just a really, really good watch. In fact, I can't find another one online anywhere close to this in terms of condition. So nice little collection of watches. Ironically, not even wearing a watch right this second because I was at the gym earlier and I didn't want to get it squished in a machine. So anyway, there you go. That was for our viewer, Ryan, who was asking about the watches. That's just kind of a quick little overview. Oh, and that was me flipping it back to us, and you get the up nose shot there. You're welcome. There.
Sometimes I'll be walking and filming and I don't realize how close I am to my face. I'm like, you don't want to refilm it. So everybody just gets a really close up of the side of my face.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. Jacob said, I'd buy that for $1. I would too.
Mm-hmm. If you ever see a watch like that and you find it for $1, hopefully you do buy it.
Yep. We did. Remember when we went to a yard sale out by Melissa's mom's place. This is out in the country. And it was the last day of the sale, and they put everything on the tables down to $1 each. You remember that day?
Yeah.
And the sale had been on for several days. And I bought a watch that was there. And they said it wasn't working. And I was like, oh, okay. They said it was wound tight and wasn't working. But it looked fancy. And so I bought it anyway. Got it for $1. And when I got home later on that week, I looked at it and I went, oh, it's got a screw down crown. This must be a fancy watch. It wasn't a Rolex, but it was a solid gold watch. I think we ended up selling it for like $3,500 or something like that.
Well, Alexander went back first. Remember?
Yeah, I tried to find the house again so I could go and give them more money
You
back.
talked to them and they said, no, we sold it for $1. It's yours for $1.
That's right. Yeah, she refused to take any more money. So that worked out, I guess, well for us. But she said it was all donated or something like that, or I can't remember what the situation was. But they didn't want any more money for it, so that was a good find. So yeah, sometimes you can find some cool watches for $1. Rachel says just popped in to say hello. Hello back at you. Oh, what are you? There you go. What watches am I putting through the auction? Well, the next auction sale we're doing in July, there are going to be a lot of watches going through, but a lot of pocket watches. Many of the wristwatches that I'm selling, I've been putting on eBay, and we have a couple lots of watches on eBay, and we're on eBay under the same username, Curiosity Inc. All together. I think it's Curiosity Inc. without a space. But you'll be able to find us on there if you look it up, or if you look up Bulova Accutron watch and you see it being sold by Curiosity Inc., that's me. I don't sell a lot of stuff on eBay, but I'll probably start selling a little bit more on there now that we're primarily going through online or through auction.
Margaret, there are some things that we're waiting for the basement and everything. So right now it just, imagine almost an empty room with a floor. So we're just waiting for that to come in and then, yeah. Oh, I missed that completely.
I got it.
Whoops, I just unhit it. You're welcome.
Somebody said, what type of ants do we have? We have all the varieties of ants.
But they don't seem to be bitey ants. Like, it doesn't seem like they're red or fire, or they're just
no, but
regular ants. I mean, for us, don't ask, obviously, if I said regular ants.
There's another spammer. I don't know if we can catch them or not.
Heather's on here too, and Matthew. I bet they got it.
Okay.
No, that's the same one.
Let's see. Sherry says, how can I find out when your next auction is? I never knew about this one until it was over. Well, Sherry, I've been talking about that other auction for like a month. Best way to find out about it is I look at our Facebook page and I'll announce that the auctions are happening. I'll also talk about it like this on live feeds, and I'll do generally a live feed the day or two before just to kind of go through and remind people that it's happening. So the next one is going to be, I think, the second week of July, and things are going well. Sandy's asking, how is your brother? Well, I've got two brothers. One I haven't talked to in years, and the other one I've never met before. I've got a bad track record.
Every once in a while.
I have a bad track record when it comes to brothers, I guess. But my new brother, Steve, the one that I just found out that I had, I'm going to go meet with him in August. I'm scheduled, I've got a flight booked for Colorado for August, and I'm going to go meet him for the first time. And apparently he's okay being on YouTube, from what I understand from Heather. I'll verify with him, but we'll introduce you to him. He seems like he really likes art. He has a lot of friends. He seems like a very social guy. So also collects antiques, ironically. So I'm very excited to go and meet up with him. He has he wants to take me to a big flea market in Denver, which I'm looking forward to. And maybe I'll be able to film some of that and see if I can get some good stuff.
How many regular squirrels does Abigail have? We're not sure. We're calling it one, but I'm sure there's like an army.
Of squirrels?
Yeah. How many do you think is actually out there? She calls them, and then she just hand feeds them. When we were at the park, Abigail's like, I'm going to pet that one. What? Who does that? She just reaches out, pets the squirrel. There was another one, she booped it on the nose. Boop.
Yeah, she fed a squirrel with her hand.
And she still has all her fingers intact.
And she pet it down its back while it was eating, and then she touched his nose and went, boop. And I'm like,
oh yeah, it was the same squirrel.
Yeah, that's a pretty tame squirrel.
That was the one at the park. That was
that was the one at the park, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, my daughter does that. She pet a squirrel and then booped its nose.
I'm good.
My brother Steven does not have a YouTube channel now. He's on Facebook, but he just posts variety things. But he and I definitely have, the first thing Heather said, because Heather's met him a few times now, she said, you guys will probably get along really well because you have a lot of the same interests. So I'm like, great. If we're going to a garage sale or flea markets, at least I'll have another guy that, a brother that'll want to go do that stuff with me. So
he seems like a really happy guy. Like, he just has like
smiles all the time.
But that kind of personality that kind of just makes you feel uplifted. So, yeah. Same with Heather. Heather's like that too, where she makes you kind of just feel like, I don't know, just happy.
Somebody said I got, Mackie Mintle says, I got yelled at by an adult for trying to pet a squirrel. They were just jealous.
They were trying to save your life.
They were
Normally
jealous.
you can't pet a squirrel.
Yeah, true. They probably like, you're gonna lose your finger.
Yeah, don't pet that squirrel.
Yeah.
I saw in our area there were adults letting their kids, little kids, go and chase after the Canada geese. And I mean, that's crazy. That's there's only so many times you can do that before they get you.
Do we have to call them Canada geese because we're in Canada? Can't we just call them geese?
Called Canada geese.
Just like French fries. When you're in France or Belgium, where they're actually invented, I wonder if you just call them fries, and they'll know. But then they call them chips. We call them French fries here, but they call them chips in England, which is way closer to France than we are. You think that the translation would have been lost so much. French are like the Belgian folks are like, we call these French fries, and they're like, no, thank you, we're English, we'll handle this language, thank you. We're going to call these chips instead. And then here, we know what chips are. They're like hard, crunchy things. I wouldn't see, or crisps. I guess they call chips crisps. Is that right? Did I get that right?
I don't know.
Fries are chips and chips are crisps.
Lilith said, thank you, Lilith. She said, do you happen to know an attorney named Ian Runkle?
An attorney named Ian Runkle.
Ian.
Runkle. I don't know. That name sounds familiar somehow.
Somehow it sounds familiar to me too.
Runkle. No, not that I can think of. Are they are they in, do they live in Edmonton? I don't know. French fries and mayonnaise is pretty good though. When we went to Europe, they don't even have ketchup as a condiment. It's like, what are you talking about? It's only mayonnaise pretty much. But they had,
remember, instead of peanut butter, they had
Nutella.
Nutella.
That was in Switzerland.
What is this magical? I'm like, is there peanut butter? What? No.
Yeah.
Why would you have peanut butter when you could smear chocolate on your toast?
Oh, he covered the Johnny Depp trial. No, I don't know who he is. I did get caught up while watching that trial though. Anybody else watch that thing? I don't know.
I did not. I felt guilty because like.
Well, I like watching court shows. Like I started streaming Suits, Just Cause. Oh, Just Cause. I thought it was like Just Cause as we're talking legal stuff right now. I'm like, what was Just Cause? But thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Biscuits are scones.
Biscuits are scones.
Yeah. Oh, that's the same here. I mean, biscuits for us are scones. No, they're not. They're a little different. But somebody said biscuits are cookies, I think. Right? Wait, now it's going to go down.
See, but on a car, and the English people ostracized me for this. They said, that is not the hood of your car. That is the bonnet of your car. You are putting petrol in the carburetor under the bonnet of your vehicle. And it's not the trunk of your car, it's a boot. And in Canada, a boot just means about, which I still say it weird to you. You guys think that sounds weird. About. When you
overpronounce it when you're trying.
I don't know how I'm supposed to say it, but because I went to the United States and I worked in Oregon for a while, and they said, we can't even tell that you're from Canada. You don't even sound Canadian. You don't say a. You don't sound stereotypically. You don't sound Canadian. And then I said about, and they're like, there it is.
I can't remember it. Pomfret is French. What is kartoffel? Is potato. Kartoffel. So what's fries?
Pomfrets.
It's not. They said pomfrets is French.
No, I don't think so. Pomfrets mit Mayonnaise. That's German. I'm certain of it. Yeah.
Mr. Crow.
So
I give me so many G's.
So how it pomfrets, apple of the earth, and hello from Colorado. Maybe when I'm in Colorado, we'll do a meetup again. I don't know, Heather. We'll have to talk about that. Maybe that's one we can do. Maybe we can just the person who's just writing the letter G nonstop.
I know. Well, Heather blocked them, and then I went and unblocked them, and then we had to go and block them again because I'm just so helpful.
Maybe somebody on the other end is having like an epileptic fit and they've fallen on the G of their keyboard.
Pomme de terre.
We're like, look at this person. They're spamming us with the letter G. Meanwhile, their nose is like repeatedly hitting the letter G on the keyboard. If you are okay, type something other than letter G.
No, I already blocked them.
Oh, you blocked them. I guess we'll never know. We'll read about it in the paper. See, I'm the only one who cared.
Yeah, kartoffel salad is potato salad.
Kartoffeln salad.
Or
Or
kartoffel.
Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. I said that really bad.
Schwarzwälder.
In France, they eat pommes frites. But pommes frites is a German word. I don't know.
Well, that's like kindergarten is a German word, but we call it kindergarten for
True.
kindergarten.
Pommes frites is French, but they say that in German as well. Oh well. I don't know. When we were getting taught German in school, they said that pommes frites was the German way of saying pommes frites mit mayonnaise, bitte. How you'd order it. I don't know. Oh, Sweet Serenity says 500,000 subscribers coming soon. I know, you think I'd be more entertaining by this point.
Says pommes frites is German, but let me just look what French is.
Melissa's doing the Google Translate right now, and people are saying pommes frites is French. Maybe it's French and it's German.
It says pommes frites in German, and frites, it's spelled different in French.
Oh, so it's the same word, but just the spelling's a little different.
Les pommes de terre frites. I'm sure I butchered that. That's...
Wow, there
I'm
we
a pro,
go.
you guys.
Yep. Enough talk about potatoes.
Yeah, now I'm hungry for French fries. Thanks a lot.
I don't know if I could ever get tired of talking about potatoes. They are nature's ground apple.
That's what people call
No, I didn't say a road apple.
road apples.
I didn't say I was harvesting them from above ground. Hey, look, it's a steamy ground apple, aka potato. Nom 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 nom.
Gross.
It's the little sodier that I would have liked. There's a lot of grass in it.
Oh my gosh.
No, this talk has gone down the drain. You got one of them dirt apples?
There's always that moment where the chat does go down this road. You guys know. You just wait for it. You know it's eventually going. Any Brazilian food lately?
No, I like Brazilian food, but I don't like spending $500 for my family to go out. That was insane. There's no way.
It wasn't $500, but it was a lot.
Oh, it was like after tip. It was like $500.
Because it was too much per person.
I guess that's $100 a person, but still, they had some drink that was like the kids really liked it. It looked like a pop, and then we read after the fact that it was like
full of caffeine.
5 times the caffeine of a normal drink. What is anybody from Brazil? Do you know what drink I'm talking about?
That has. It kind of tasted like cherry Coke, right?
Yeah, it kind of tasted like cherry Coke. It was like a little can, and it was a Brazilian soda, and apparently it was really caffeinated, and it was super expensive. And Steven's like, this is really good. I'm gonna have another one, and another one, and another one.
Was it guarana?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I said I don't think so, but that's not ringing any bells. And then we ordered some liqueur drink called
acai or acai.
Acai? No. Guarana?
It might be.
Maybe.
You know what I just think of when I see that word though?
Guana?
Yeah, the
bat poop. Yeah. You gotta be careful what you order.
I'm cooking Turkish food. Ooh, that sounds good. Abigail brought home some Turkish food from a friend of ours, and it was like a meat. It looked like a flat piece of bread with ground meat on it, spiced meat. Man, I don't even know what it is. So delicious. I didn't even care what meat was on there. It was delicious.
But it was Turkish food from Turkish people.
Yeah, Turkish people.
So it was good. Yeah,
it was insanely good. That was so amazing. I don't know if she watches our channel, but just know your food is amazing.
Yeah, it was. So no, we've not had Brazilian food in a little while. Now I'm going to be thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I was saying that liqueur drink that they gave us, which I can't remember the name of. This is really bad. They got up on top of a chair, and it was a bottle. I want you to envision a glass bottle with liqueur in it, and they froze it inside of a block of ice. And they got up on top of a chair, and they poured it from on top of this chair, this steady stream, and filled the cup from like 8 feet up in the air. It was impressive, I have to say. I feel like I need to drink all of my future drinks that way. When I go to a restaurant, I'm going to ask them, like, can you get up on a chair and pour it from 8 feet and you order coffee or something? Like, I don't think we should do this, sir. It's a good idea. Trust me, they do it at the Brazilian places. Are they too classy for you? They'll be like, fine, we'll do it. And then you get 2nd-degree burns or something. But it was good.
When that lady poured the drink, like, it's a very quiet, like, nobody says anything. She's very serious. And I said, I'm not going to lie, I'm clapping. She went all the way on top of a chair with this drink in a big ice block, somehow aimed for our cups, and nobody says anything. what? I would have dumped it all over the table.
I
I would have dropped the ice block. I wouldn't even be able to get up there in the first place.
Speaking of dumping things all over the place, I thought I would surprise Melissa and the kids, and I went to a place in town called Peter's Drive-In that has really, really, really good milkshakes. But now that we live out in the country, it's like a 30-minute drive to get there here. And so I went with the kids and we got milkshakes and we brought them home. They made the trip. I said, be very careful, don't spill. They made a 30-minute trip. They were probably a little bit melted by the time they got here. And everybody grabs their milkshake and Melissa gets hers and instantly she just like, blah! I don't know what happened.
It was kind of, I was trying to say that sounds, no, it corrected itself. You know when stuff starts to melt and your cup it doesn't have like the stability that you think it does. It's starting to cave in and I started to lose it. And the top half of it like was all melted. The bottom half was still milkshakey, but it just all over, not only all over the floor, but it's hardwood. So it's gotten in like all the cracks in the new hardwood. So I wiped it all up and then I'm trying to scoop it out. But I mean, that milkshake is going to be part of our house forever. Let's be honest. Like there's no getting all the stuff out from between the cracks.
The devil done crawled up my wifey's arm and done flown that milkshake all over the place. Yeah.
Everybody be careful. I think I even just finished saying like, you guys be careful. I don't want a mess. Well.
Yeah. She christened the house like a boat, somebody said.
Yep, that's...
So we'll have the faint smell of
rotting milk.
Sour chocolate. What did I get you? Chocolate marshmallow or something?
I don't know. I can't remember.
So I owe her another milkshake at some point. But I think
so I dump it on the ground and you owe me the milkshake?
Yeah, well, you didn't get to enjoy it like the rest of us did.
I got to enjoy half of it.
Yeah.
We call it pop for the people that are saying soda or pop.
We say pop instead of soda. But I say soda for the benefit of the American viewers at home, just like I say decal.
Just to make me nuts.
Because here, everybody would say decal.
Yeah.
And I said decal the way I was told growing up, our local vernacular. And then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna wait until I hear a person from England pronounce it. And they said decal. And I thought they invented the language, I'm gonna go with that one. So now I'm saying decal. And just like I used to say garage, and people would go, huh, garage. They would spell it like Gradge. And I say garage now. Not that if somebody said garage to me, I wouldn't be like, dang, what kind of language are you talking? It was just a way that, you know, they're like, we were probably in school and I was like a sponge and I was like, teacher, tell me how to say this word. And they're like, garage. But you children need to say it like this, garage. I'm going to go have a garage sale. I'm going to sell my decals at the garage sale. See, there's a word that you could say here.
So G. Fixler said, decal, no calories. It's like decaf. That's true. Decaf is decaf. We don't say decaf.
He's decaf.
That sounds like I'm saying a bad word. But no, I still say decal. But
yeah,
you can say it wrong. It's okay.
Oh yeah, we're going to go down about 9 o'clock, eh? And we're going to sell our decals at the garage sale. And you'd be like, wow.
I don't think I said garage. I say garage, but I think I just said
well,
garage.
you were just fancy.
I'm just fancy.
Yeah. The fun of that. We were just talking about all kinds of stuff today, aren't we?
No, you know, it was a very last second live feed because we realized that the other one was still frozen. We had no idea what we were coming on to chat with you guys about. It's like you can tell though.
Yeah. So decals, there you go. I'm learning and adapting whilst I drink my soda at the garage sale, applying the decals on my vehicle, on the bonnet of my vehicle. When you try and live up to YouTube expectations,
you can't.
You can't.
No, because everybody has a different opinion. So even if you have two people, you're going to have a difference of opinions, which is what makes things interesting.
We didn't go swimming today, did we?
No.
We went yesterday though. We have been enjoying the pool. It's heated currently with propane, and the propane truck has to drive back there to fill it. Yeah. It's due to be filled, but they can't drive back there. Somebody earlier was asking if we got our driveway paved yet. It is not.
No, they're getting ready to pave it though. I know somebody said, when's the update? But the truth is that we're still living real life. And I said, we're impatient for this too. Like, it would be great to have the driveway.
Yeah,
Oh, waiting.
my old cars are trapped in the garage. And yes, for those astute viewers at home that have been watching, I added a couple of vehicles to the collection a couple months ago, which I've not really shown much. That's because I'm waiting to do a video about them. And I'm not ready to do that video yet because I need a driveway and be able to pull it out and shoot the video out
I
there.
imagine people to like pause it and be like, whoa, what?
Yeah, people are like, well, when did this happen? Yeah, so somebody was downright mad.
Yeah.
They're like, how dare you not answer me and tell me what that car is doing in your garage? I'm like, well, I don't know. I got some new socks the other day too, and I haven't showed you those.
Well, if you don't like the new cars, you're not gonna like the new.
You're not gonna like these new socks. Have you ever tried those socks on that have like the individual toes? For anybody watching,
I can't handle things between my toes, so I think I might have a sensory issue.
That's true. If I don't want to annoy Melissa, I'll just stick my finger in between your
He
toes.
does do that. He'll and it's not like it's a little finger. He'll put like his big finger.
They're all the same
Oh,
size.
but just between my little toes.
Ah.
Makes them do the little splits. No.
Oh, well, maybe they're not all the same size, but that'd be weird. I'd have hot dog fingers like in that movie.
Oh, jeez.
We watched that movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That was some messed up stuff.
That was the most messed up movie I have seen in a long. The hot dog fingers, you guys.
Well, wait, maybe don't spoil it. That could be the whole thing for the whole.
It's not. There's a hot dog fingers part. I just don't know how somebody's mind went there.
That was a messed up. It's not that it was really a bad movie. It was just like somebody was on something when they came up with that script. I tell you that much.
That was a weird movie.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending it. If you've already watched it, then you understand. But I mean,
the highlight of that whole movie for me is that the kid who played Data from the Goonies makes a reappearance as an adult and acts in that movie. The kid from Goonies and what was his name? Short Round from Indiana Jones. Love that guy. Anyway, he hasn't acted in years and years and years and years. I guess he stepped away from doing acting to be an assistant director and a stunt coordinator. But they got him to act in the movie and he did a good job, right?
Yeah.
The husband?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because he had to play a different character.
Yeah, so if you want to see what Data from Goonies is up to lately, you can watch that movie. And
Just
see.
ensure it was like a period of your day that you didn't care about possibly losing 2 hours of.
Yeah. We were talking about the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is an interesting show. Not that I didn't like it. It was just like, well, that was odd. Somebody thought outside the box on that one.
It was like one of those things that after it's done, you're like, what did I just watch? It was so different than anything I've ever watched. I will say that.
Yeah, it was different for sure. Somebody said it was weird to see him grown up with a grown up voice, but that's the thing. He didn't have a grown up voice. He still sounds exactly like Data.
Yeah. Alexander said, that sounds just like the kid from the Goonies. And then it was him.
Somebody said, why all the coughing? You missed that part in the beginning of this live feed, and that's because I'm coughing now because of the hot temperature we had last year. It was so hot that the trees all got stressed out, and they decided, we're going to pump out twice the amount of pollen we usually do. And so I'm suffering as a result. There you go. Yeah. So that's why I'm coughing, because of pollen and just seasonal allergies. But there you go. Let's see. Gonna try and answer some questions. Sure. I'm just gonna start a
Stranger Things was amazing.
Oh yeah, we were like Stranger Things. It was good.
Yep.
And I was totally into that Kate Bush song. And then the whole world got into the Kate Bush song, Running Up the Hill. I liked that song before because I was a Peter Gabriel fan, and she and Peter Gabriel collaborated, I think, around 1980. So when they played the song, I'm like, oh man, I forgot that song is a bop. I'm talking like my daughter now. That's what Abigail says when she likes a song. She says it's a bop. But it was a good song. And then the young generation caught on to it, and they're like, because bands like The Weeknd and that make new songs to sound like they're from the 80s, when the kids hear a song from the 80s they've never heard before, they're like, what is this jam? This is the best song I've ever heard in my life. And the funny thing was that Running Up the Hill, or that Kate Bush song, made it to I think, number 2 in the Billboard charts. and it's from what 1986 or 7 or something like that. The first time that a song from the 80s, it took that long for it to enter the charts at that level. Anyway, it's pretty cool that you can have an old song catch on. That happened a couple years ago with Fleetwood Mac too. They had the dude skateboarding. He did a video of him. Was he like drinking a drink and just skateboarding and chilling out to Fleetwood Mac? And then it was off the Rumors album, or was it? Yeah, I think it was off of Rumors. Anyway, I'm trying to remember the name of the song now. Anyhow, I'll think of it later. That song went up on the charts too, but that's the power of entertainment. You know, you introduce an old song to a new audience, and they're like, "Wow, this is pretty good."
I saw somebody said they were filming another episode of Stranger Things at her daughter's college. I think it said it. It won't let me go back. That's cool. That also means I'm impressed by how creative they were, how they tied everything kind of together.
No, it wasn't Landslide or Tuss. It was Dreams, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I will admit that when I was a youngster and I would go around to garage sales and look for stuff, I would buy records and I would play them on I had a turntable, and there was a couple, like, you know, everybody had the best of Simon and Garfunkel. That was a good one. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, great album. Those sort of, when I hear those songs, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu, when I hear those albums, it just puts me in kind of a nostalgic kind of mood, and it just settles my spirits right down. When I'm feeling like my arm is possessed by the devil and I'm gonna throw milkshakes all willy-nilly like Melissa, I can't control it. I put on Fleetwood Mac Rumors and it takes the devil out of my armpit.
Oh my gosh.
I just got jabbed in the side. This is what I have to deal with here.
Oh, what he has to deal with.
This is what I get.
I see.
See, you didn't catch it when I was doing the live stream on Kastner's website when we were doing the auction. The She-Hulk comment came up and I said something like, I think I've made Melissa that mad before when she's Hulk smashed me for something.
I've never Hulk smashed you.
No, but I've gotten that look that the She-Hulk had on her face while she was holding a car over her head, like this look. I created that stress in this woman's face numerous occasions. A lot of times it's when a tow truck backs up with another thing.
That is not true. You know, I do give that face if Alexander tries to start a car in the garage and it stinks so bad.
I opened all the windows.
Oh, you guys. But the thing is that my migraines are triggered by scent and chemicals. So that's like an instant I'm going to be sick.
Oh, Lee said, oh, hang on. Marg says that she got Steven's duck drawing.
Oh, that's cool. That's one of my very favorite pictures. That is so much cuter in real life. The detail on the duck is so good.
Yeah, you couldn't see the detail in the picture that the auction house took.
That's one of my very favorites. I'm glad that you got it. But yeah, I know, I mean, all of them are my favorites, but I really, really like that duck. Somebody kept asking what Stephen thought of how the auction went. And I think he was pretty happy, hey?
Yeah,
His
he was
sculpture
happy.
went for a little, but that's good for whoever got the sculpture. I said you made somebody very happy. So, but that helps him with a couple tanks of gas.
Yeah, I actually paid him for that stuff. I haven't been paid by the auction yet, but I fronted the kid the cash. I'm sure he's good for it.
Yeah,
So.
thank goodness, because gas, I'm not even going to get on that topic because it angers me.
But he has, what, about a week left of school?
2 weeks. They have 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Because I have 2 weeks.
He has some time left in school. He's doing his finals right now. That's why I was.
Yeah, diplomas.
Diploma exams. Well, not diplomas.
He
Finals.
has diplomas.
Oh, right. I forgot he took grade 12 courses.
He has some grade 12 classes. He's in grade 11, but he took, you know how that works. He took some grade 12
The
classes.
kids here, anyway, because of COVID, kids went online for a while. And so Steven got so caught up, he is in grade 11, but he took a bunch of grade 12 classes.
You can do that if you do like half semesters rather than full year semesters. You could take English 20 and then English 30, like grade 11 English and then grade 12 English all in 1 year.
Yeah. So he's in some classes with grade 12 kids and he's doing his diplomas. I totally forgot. It makes me feel like he's even older than he is.
Yeah, we in Canada, I'm not sure if it's all of Canada, but I'm pretty sure we're all pretty stuck together. We have school right until the very end of June, and then July and August are off, and then we start September.
They said they've been off since May.
But they go back in August.
Oh, they go back in August?
Right? Whoever said that.
If your kids are off in May, when do they go back to school?
Because we only have really 2 hot months of the year. So we get them off.
You know, I remember the last couple of years I thought to myself, remember that it didn't get cold until end of October. And so we had really nice weather. We were swimming almost all the way up until October last year. It was nice anyway.
Yeah, it was. Thank goodness. Well, we dug the hole for the house in October. It started getting cold.
Oh, they said their kids go back in August, middle of August.
Yeah.
And ours don't go back until September.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I always thought that the school dates coincided with the harvest season here.
It's just because we have 2 months of nice. No one's going back for that.
Yeah.
Plus, there's no air conditioning, so that 2 months would be excruciating in the school.
Do you imagine we're in Canada and it's like the nicest months and you have to be stuck in school? Mind you,
They
that-
tried to do that so that it would be shorter to go. You could go over summer. I can't remember what the story was of that. It's not happening, so.
not something I have to worry about now, but did we accomplish anything on this chat today?
We got to visit with you guys.
True.
Yeah.
It was actually just kind of nice to chat with everybody and talk about things.
How do you winterize the pool? Well.
What happens with the pool and the hot tub is that there's a pump house. We have a little patio kind of slab over there with a pump house on it that has the heater and the filters and all that stuff. When it becomes time to winterize the pool, the lines from the pump house to the pool are filled with antifreeze. The water's flushed out and they're filled with antifreeze. The hot tub gets emptied completely. The pool, the water actually stays in the pool.
Yeah.
It overwinters in the pool, like a pond or whatever. But the lines that run to the pump house and the pump house itself, that gets filled with antifreeze.
Yeah, the lines get capped off, drained of the water. They shove antifreeze in there. We call somebody to do it professionally because I don't want to mess with that and then have to pay. I don't even want to know how much to fix it. So
you'd have to dig up under the concrete, so that'd be terrible.
We just let professionals do it because they know what they're doing. It's worth the cost for me.
I've seen the question asked a couple times. How is the grass doing that I planted?
I said like hair transplants.
Yeah.
But not good ones that I haven't taken yet.
Like somebody had like their back was balding and they had their hair, that back hair that was balding transplanted to the top of their head. You're like,
it's like somebody,
what is going on in that one spot? Like Sloth from the Goonies.
Somebody was planting like this, one there, little there. But this happens every time. We've seeded more than once. And every time it comes up where we're like, did we make a mistake? And then all of a sudden, it's like the most amazing grass of all time. And it chokes out the weeds. So that's not yet. Right now we call it cabbage.
Somebody said that the pump house sounds like a new wave bar in Germany. Yeah, you want to go grab some beer down at the pump house later? Yeah, sounds great. Let's go. Why are they Scottish all of a sudden? That sounds great, laddie. I am German, I am. Yes, I guess it could be a pump house. Why do the German folks always get that voice? We know what you want. You don't know what we're capable of. Like it goes to this weird place.
So far the birds, every time that we've seeded,
I like how you just like you're forgiving me and getting off of that horrible.
All the birds in Edmonton were working very hard. But this time we don't have a ton of birds eating the bird seed. There is something behind my garden. I don't know if there's a bunch of worms there. I thought the birds were in my garden, but they're all in behind my garden boxes, like on the ground. I snuck up on a robin by accident the other day. And man, I forgot how loud robins are. It's nice.
Oh, the solar gates are awesome, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like sometimes I just go stand out there and I'm like, look at that. There's fancy solar gates there that weren't there before.
What do your mothers think of the house? They must be thrilled.
I think they both like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be nicer once we get some landscaping done. That's what I'm hoping. I'll get some footage tomorrow. Like when you guys are asking for updates on the house, it takes a long time now for stuff to get done. Like getting the paving done outside was weather dependent. They're supposed to be coming tomorrow if it doesn't rain, and I'll be able to get some footage of that. After the paving is done, then the landscaper is coming, and we're gonna get some landscaping done at the front of the house. So I'll do an update, but it's just it's on somebody else's schedule right now, so we're just waiting for that to happen.
And it's also something that are going on are not the most interesting. Like we have somebody coming for the heat and air conditioning to make it work properly, and
Gary's asking if we're planning any giant parties at the new house.
I'm gonna go with no.
we're actually, you know, as much as we're on YouTube and we're social in that regard, when it comes to our own personal life, we're very private people. And I'd say, you know, we're social. It's not like we're antisocial. We don't run when we see people come our way to say hello. In fact, Melissa seeks them out like a heat-seeking
I
missile.
have a
And
problem.
she will talk to anybody anywhere for hours. She always comes after. She will, like, somebody's delivering something to the door. She's like, you think I got their whole life story? I'm like, you definitely got their whole life story.
I don't know why, you guys. People will tell me I think it's because I'm interested in people's life stories. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what they're inspired to do. I love everybody's life. Like, it's so incredibly amazing for me that we all, when you're driving by all these people on the road, each of those cars has a whole story, a whole life that we don't even know about.
Melissa knows them all. I'm the opposite. I will talk to people and socialize if I know them, like friends of mine at car shows. Like, I went to a car show today. That's why I tried to do a live feed earlier, was to talk about this car show, because the car from My Mother the Car was parked right next to my truck. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show. It was like a 1960s show with Jerry Van Dyke. Jerry Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke's brother, I think, was in it. The premise of the show, in case you didn't know about it, was that this guy goes to a car lot and finds out that the spirit of his deceased mother-in-law has basically possessed this car. It's like the original Christine, except it's just Nagy. And it talks to him through the radio, but like Ed the Talking Horse, it only talks to him through the radio. So he has this possessed, fancy-looking car, which is just made up of random car parts in real life. Jerry Van Dyke, yes. So anyway, I kind of had heard that car was in my town. I'd never seen it in person. Darn thing was parked right next to my truck at the car show today. So if you've ever watched My Mother the Car, it was parked next to me. And I was like, that's kind of cool. So yeah, it was kind of funny. I should have been like, what are you doing with that possessed car? Actually, you know what I said to him? I said, am I okay? Because I pulled up next to the guy, right, at the car show. And I said, am I okay to park here? Is this only for possessed vehicles? And he's like, and he had no sense of humor. He's like, oh no, you can park there. Like, he didn't even address the fact that, like, I recognize what your car is. Like, you think if a guy owns a car from a zany 60s sitcom kind of thing, that he's gonna at least have a sense of humor about it. Oh no, you could park there, that's okay. Like, well, my truck's not possessed yet. My arm gets a little twitchy, throwing milkshakes all over. That's Melissa. But no, the My Mother the Car, it's here in Edmonton. I saw it today.
Killer Danger 007 said, your advice on the watches are the best. I told you I got my dad's watch working the other day from the Vaults video. You still want the photos?
Oh yeah, sure. If people watching online right now have anything that they like to sell at some point, I am looking for specific sorts of things if I can. Obviously old wristwatches, mechanical watches, higher end watches would be nice. Redline Hot Wheel toys, old movie and TV themed toys and stuff, military medals, like World War I and World War II military medals, stuff like that. I'm always looking for things. So if you have stuff that you'd like to sell, you can definitely drop me a line. I think Melissa's putting the email address in there.
But I could.
Oh.
What is it?
She was writing something else. CuriosityEdmonton@gmail.com. It's the same as it's always been.
You have more than, you have 5 emails, though, that I have to try to... That's Alexander's least favorite comment is when somebody says I'm a saint.
I wouldn't say it's my least favorite comment. It's just,
But it makes it look like you are doing something bad.
Here's the deal with when somebody says Melissa is such a saint, and lots of you guys say that all the time.
Are you saying I'm not a saint?
I'm saying when somebody's like, if my husband, this is usually how it goes. I drag home some old car and I'm like, I'm going to see if I can either sell this or get this thing to run. And they're like, if my husband brought that thing home, he'd be on the curb with that piece of junk car. Melissa is a saint. That's usually how it goes.
But I don't know, dummy. Alexander, that's... if I said those things in the first place, it would mean that I don't understand Alexander's business mentality. I wouldn't have the house that we have now, the land, my garden.
Yeah.
I'm no dummy.
So I always look at it and I know they probably don't mean it this way, but it feels like you do nothing but do terrible things and your wife is normal and you're ruining her life. That's how I take it. And I'm like, I work my butt off to build a house for my family. I take care of them. We put food on the table. And you never get the Alex is a saint. You always get the Melissa is a saint for, putting up with all of his garbage. Maybe she is.
Well,
but
some things. But
I
then
think-
you're a saint for putting up with any of my garbage.
yeah, whipping milkshakes all over our new house. But I think that is the key of marriage is that we're both saints at times and we both annoy each other at times.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole key of it is that you each have your own interests, hobbies, and likes, and you try very hard to be the best person for your person. Anyway, at least I try to be. And you do too, but I mean, like the person who said they kicked their husband out of the house for buying an old car.
Oh, I'm starting to understand. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I love you. I would
Oh.
be sad if I booted you out of the house. Then it would be so quiet in here and never stink like cars.
Wait a minute. You don't sound like you'd be sad about
Oh,
kicking me out of the house.
I would be sad.
Sounds like I'm in trouble.
I would be sad if you were out of the house. I actually would be extremely sad. I'd be sad if you slept on the couch. So.
Yep. But I don't know. At some point, you have to live your life for you. I mean, we share our lives with you guys at home that are watching these YouTube videos and stuff like that. But I'm not living my life for anybody but for my family. And honestly, the most important thing for me, I think it's very clear to me that life is incredibly short. And I don't say that like I'm going through a midlife crisis. Maybe I am. I've been going through like a 40-year midlife crisis. It's a lifelong midlife
It's
crisis.
not a midlife crisis if you're. I think a lot of people. There's a birthday wish, but I can't get back to
Sorry,
it.
I feel like I'm very aware that we don't take possessions with us. I'm very aware that what matters most is enjoying and experiencing the life with the people you love. And part of the reason for closing the store was to do more of that, and to be more available and to be able to be here for my family. And if it comes to a point where I can't provide for them the way that I'd like to through buying and selling, through the auctions and through eBay, of course I'll go back and get a normal job like a normal person.
But I work too, just to make.
Yeah, Melissa has a job,
I have
of
a
course.
job.
But
But it makes it sound like you're doing this all on your own. But you do work really hard for yourself and all of us.
but I think it's also important to enjoy the life that we have while we're here.
Yeah, that's right.
There's so many times that I've run into somebody who said, I'm waiting to go on a vacation until the time is right, and then they pass away, or I'm gonna restore that car someday and then I'll have fun, and then they pass away and the wife sells the car. Sometimes it's people like me or to me. It's just I don't know, if you wait for something to happen, what are you waiting for?
And you might always be waiting.
You might always be waiting.
Yeah.
You might be left waiting. So I ended up selling that rusty Volkswagen van project, which I haven't done an update on that yet.
Well, you just got it.
Yeah, well, I guess for those of you that are on here right now, Robin says, when did you get a Shelby Mustang? It's kind of a Shelby Mustang. I'll show it on a video, but that is part of it. I bought the Volkswagen bus, the rusty one, and I really wanted it, but it was in way worse shape than I hoped. And I had a guy offer me good money for it, and I took that money and I was able to buy that Mustang with the money. So basically I traded the Volkswagen bus for the Mustang. And when you see it, you'll see it was a pretty good trade. It's a pretty cool little car. But I'm waiting to do a video. The Mustang was sitting in storage for about 4 or 5 years. When I found it, it was on flat tires covered in dust. I haven't even washed it yet. So it's home now. And I'm gonna do a detailed video and go through it and all that stuff.
We're
So
stuck in the garage right now while we're waiting for the.
yeah, so it was a good trade, and it's a cool car, and I'll show it to you soon. But I'm waiting until we have a driveway so I can pull it out and wash it off and do this video I want to do to properly reveal it. So I'll do it then.
Cool Minty Pepper said, my 2 daughters have birthdays. Sarah's birthday was yesterday and Jennifer's birthday is today. Please say happy birthday. Cheer to them.
Happy birthday, cheer!
No, you gotta say happy birthday. Then what? What's the cheer? Rah rah rah.
Oh, rah rah rah. Okay, there we go. I thought you were raising your hands up in the air.
That's because it's a cheer.
Yeah. So guys, appreciate you joining us for this live chat today. Doesn't happen every day that we kind of sit down and just chat with you guys.
First time in this window.
Yeah, we've been alternating places in the house. This one, I think the sound was maybe a little bit better and less echoey.
But our faces look a little orangey red.
Yeah,
It's just the.
it's the lighting. It looks like we've been you know, maybe we got sprayed by a skunk and we were in a bath of tomato juice or something, or really, really tanned. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day, lovely evening for the rest of it. We'll see you guys very soon. More videos coming before you know it. And I gotta get back to work in the garage to try and fix that the white Daimler. I'm having troubles getting it running. But that's what I'm working on as of right now. So more videos coming soon, guys. Stay tuned. Lots going on. Thank you to everybody who participated in the auction. And there's another one coming up in July. So we'll let you know when that one's happening too. Have a great day, guys. See you soon, and bye for now.
Bye, everyone.